Mel-Bay's Best Scale Method for Any Instrument. This is actually a book that I wrote for our Mel-Bay's Best series, and I'm actually pretty happy with the way it turned out. Unlike a lot of scale books, this really isn't just an encyclopedia of, how to play C major and, C sharp major and D major and so on. It doesn't really present scales in and of themselves, but rather this is going to be a guide for how to master playing any scale in any key. So this book really takes an approach where it's an intervallic look at a specific scale. So practicing scales with every permutation in major thirds and fourths and seconds and fifths and so on. But it also is going to show you how to connect any number of scales. So perhaps you are working on a piece and it's in C major, but there's a G altered chord. Using this method, it'll show you all the different ways to practice a C major and a G altered chord together, so that any interval, really any change, any relationship between the two of them can be addressed. The other thing is, scales generally aren't much fun to practice, in my opinion, but they're so crucial to practice because, unlike plain repertoire where, you're focused on making music and playing with expression and playing dynamically and so on, with scales, they're perfect for just mastering your craft, for making you a better musician, a better instrumentalist. So, as much as scales drive me nuts to practice, they're just crucial. If I'm going to practice one thing, odds are I'm going to practice scales. They increase your tactile familiarity with your instrument. They develop your ear. They're absolutely, they're of prime importance for musicians and instrumentalists. So I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's a scale method for any instrument. So, basically, regardless of whether you're playing a wind instrument or piano or guitar or bass, any melodic instrument, this will be a good book for you to check out. So I would definitely recommend, maybe looking at a scale encyclopedia so that you are familiar with the various types of scales if you aren't already. But then take a look at this because it's going to teach you how to practice scales and there's a lot of benefit to it.